Alrighty, hello and welcome to Chump Change episode 9. I am your host, Pree, and with me,
Lorenzo.
and this week, we're here to talk about more things like we usually do.
Indeed.
Alright, let's see here. Have you seen the new Minecraft Crocs?
I haven't, and I read this at the top of the last episode, and I kept thinking to myself, if I seem absent, I kept reading our notes because we have a shared channel on our Discord for notes. I kept reading without clicking the link that he put, and I'm like, what? What are Minecraft Crocs? Like, how do you even make? Like, is it just the creeper? So go ahead, break it down for me.
So, do you own a pair of Crocs?
Absolutely not. I would never be seen wearing Crocs.
I also don't own a pair of Crocs, but I thought these were interesting. So there are slides, and then there's the normal Croc like shoe thing, right? I got the sport mode like normal Crocs.
Yeah.
What I found the most interesting was the little push pins that you'd normally put on the Crocs.
Yeah, I opened the link finally. It's got a full Minecraft crafting bench, like an actual Lego brick sticking out of your foot.
Yeah, dude, the crafting table. If you zoom in on the picture, there's a little emerald block.
Oh yeah. Oh, and at the bottom, a grass block and a chest.
Yeah, really interesting design choice that I see here.
So I have a concern / comment about that.
Go ahead.
So at my workplace, because I think you're familiar. I have 2 work sites. I have one that's closer to where I live, and then one in our hometown.
Yeah.
So at the work site closer to where I live, because it's more aquatics oriented, the aquatics team is allowed to wear Crocs. Because it's
Weird.
it's a shoe that can go in the pool without damaging it, you know?
Oh, okay.
So like it's basically a sandal, right? Because they got to walk around, but they can go in the water. So
Yeah, I got holes in it. Yeah.
yeah, so the aquatics team will wear these, and a lot of them have the little pin things on them, or the little button things on them. Like this one lady, she has a bunch of anime related stuff on hers. She likes anime.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But I look at this, and I can't help but think, if I stub my toe, or I trip and I brush my foot against something, what have you, right? This Minecraft block is going to launch with the speed of Zeus throwing a lightning bolt if any amount of back pressure is put on it and then released.
It just doof.
Yeah, like those blocks are gonna shoot off of it, or just like get knocked off of it and be lost forever.
Hey, for what they look like, pretty cool.
I don't agree. I can't build a full dirt shack, so I don't care.
Dude, you don't like the little creeper design on the edge of the little like shoe band or like ankle band?
Yeah, the little rivet that holds the sport mode strap has a full Minecraft creeper face on it too. It's like
really cool.
It's like extruded, and it's got like the face part pushed back in.
Have you seen other Croc pins? One I'm trying to ask is, have you seen the little like LED lights
No,
on the Crocs?
no, I haven't seen that before.
It looks so cool. I would want a pair of Crocs just so I could have the little LED lights like coming off of the shoe. I would buy it.
What's the difference between that and a Skechers then? Because I feel like Skechers weren't cool, the ones that light up.
Well, Skechers had the one where you step down and then the lights kind of turn on.
Right, like it had the clear gummy on the sides, and like, is it because it's a removable button that is cool?
Oh, so it's like a flashlight. It's like a mini flashlight.
Oh, it's like a directional
Yeah.
thing. Okay, I see. So
Yeah.
it's like your feet have headlights.
Yes, exactly.
Jeez.
Exactly. It's like I got 2 little Miatas, on my feet. I got 2 little Mia and Tia from Cars,
Yeah. Ka-chow.
I would, man.
Why do you know the names of the cars?
Why do I know Mia and Tia?
Yeah.
Because they're both Miatas.
You know? You like Miatas, so that checks. That tracks.
They're both Miatas, yeah. And then they you know, in the show, they flash him.
Yeah, no, yeah. They flash him, but for the kids who don't know, they don't realize that he got flashed.
He got flashed.
Yeah. And also it has the signature 95 with a lightning bolt on it.
Who's your favorite Cars character from the movie Cars?
Tell Mater. Tell Mater.
Oh man, Tell Mater's really cool. I love Tell Mater.
Mater's pretty good. Second favorite's probably Ramon.
Who's Ramon?
Ramon's the lowrider.
Oh.
And then he hooks up Lightning McQueen with the fresh paint job.
Yeah. My favorite is the little guy who does the. I think his name's Felipe.
I was gonna say Guido and Luigi.
Oh, is it
the
little guys who change the tires?
The yellow one or the blue one? The forklift one or the little Italian bug?
Not the forklift guys, just the other guy.
The yellow one then. Here.
Yeah, here. Pull it up.
Luigi and Guido.
Pull it up. Share the screen.
Yep. Hold on. Over here, impatient, man. You're so excited for Guido and Luigi.
All right, let's see here. Yeah, the blue guy.
This, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's
okay. Luigi?
Guido.
Oh, that's Guido. Man, I thought his name was Felipe.
Golly.
Because, man, when he was in the pit stop, when Lightning McQueen was in the pit stop, and that guy,
yeah, no, and look, then he got that face, the duck lip face.
Yeah.
And he's over there punking the rest of the guys who do his job. Look at that.
Yeah, man, look at him.
He's strapped with the impact driver.
Look at that. That's my guy right there.
Man. Oh man, every Guido pit stop.
See? Look at him.
Look at these guys in the background.
Dude, look at the amount of views on that video.
14 million views, Jesus.
14 million views on good little Guido.
But yeah, man. Minecraft Crocs, pretty cool. If I ever get a pair of Crocs, which I don't imagine I ever will, I'll take a steel bolt and I'll weld a fidget spinner to it.
You know, so there's fake Crocs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or like Croc lookalikes that they sell at Walmart.
Croc-offs.
Croc-offs. Yeah, I wonder if you're able to put those little buttons and whatnot onto those Crocs.
I imagine so, because if the diameter of the hole is exactly the same, there's no special technology inside of the actual rubber that makes the shoe, you know?
See, maybe we could pull off the frocks,
The frocks?
Maybe we could pull off the frocks. Dude, imagine frocks with the Minecraft buttons on them.
Then
We're really going to be throwing them for a whirl, huh?
I'll feel like a nerd and I'm broke.
That's what we are.
I'd like us to not be broke, if that's any consolation.
All right, buddy. What do you got on your list?
So I got a couple weird ones. I'll let you pick. Do you want to talk about my impatience and my shower thought of what is a business week / business days? Or do you want to talk about how I almost died the other day driving to work?
Let's go ahead and start about you driving to work.
Cool. So, to go to my primary work site, I need to drive through my town because I live in the heart of it. And I also have to cross a bridge. It was raining so bad the other day that I could not see not even a foot in front of my car. I was terrified. So I said, you know what? I'm in the leftmost lane. This lane only gets off if people don't want to get off. They're going to get out of this lane. Should be fine. I'll just go a little bit slower. Most people don't go in that lane anyways because that's usually that's where the carpool lane dumps people out once they go through the toll plaza. So I figured, probably a safe lane to go a little bit slower than 65 in. For my safety and the safety of the drivers around me. I know you're familiar with this bridge because you used to drive over here all the time. You know how when you get out of the toll plaza, there's a bit of an incline before you're on the plateau part of the bridge?
Yes.
So I got up the incline, and once it was plateauing, going a little bit down towards the back on the mainland, after you reach the plateau, it was probably like an inch or two of water because of how much it was raining. And normally, because my car's a little old and I need an alignment, my car drifts a little bit. It pulls in a direction. I was fighting the wind and the drift on my car to the point where my back tire started sliding out from behind me while I was on the bridge, going straight. And I've had a situation where I had to power slide and drop the e-brake to pull myself out of hitting someone.
Yeah.
That's not exactly a maneuver you can pull on a straight road with that kind of weather.
Yeah, well, I mean, once you lock the rear, it's like you're just sliding.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I was already hydroplaning, so there was no point in trying to power slide and pull myself back into my lane.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to... I guess I did the reverse, right? I completely turned my wheel all the way to the left, and I just let the back tires take the rest of the car. And as soon as I got into the lane to my right, I straightened the wheel and I just punched it. And I was able to straighten out in the lane to my right.
Hot dog.
Mind you, I was probably 80 feet from where it pulls off, like where it merges back into that curve that goes into our hometown.
Yeah.
I was terrified. After I stopped the car, I had to take a second with my hands just holding at 10 and 2. And I wanted to cry for a second. I'm like, I should have crashed. I absolutely should have crashed. And if I crashed,
you're like, thank you.
My car would, because of the way that bridge is built, my car or someone else's car would have gone over in that condition.
Yeah. Yeah. It's well, what sucks is that bridge is also very windy.
Yeah, right? Well, and that's what I was saying. Though, because I was fighting the drag of the car and the wind was pushing me, that's why I started fishtailing.
Yeah.
So, luckily and thankfully, I didn't get hurt. No one got hurt. There was no cars close enough to me to consider it a close call crashing into someone, but it was certainly something that made me... You talked to me a lot about this phrase when I started driving, because you helped me learn how to drive. That was the oh shit moment. The oh shit moment.
Yeah, so my oh shit moment was when I was on the mountain, right, going down.
Mm-hmm.
Not as life threatening as yours, but I was going down the mountain. It was raining. It was very windy.
Mm.
When it's raining, what do you turn on?
High beams.
The windshield wipers.
I try and blind other people, if we're being honest.
Oh my god. Okay, anyway, so I can't believe you just said that. Yeah,
don't turn on your high beams when there's bad conditions. The PSA.
Yeah, when there's fog, don't turn on your high beams. Anyways, I turned on the windshield wipers. It goes up, right?
Uh-huh.
It doesn't go down. The wind catches the windshield wipers, and it flips them up.
Oh, like when you wash your car and you pull them out to...
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so the wind flipped them out. Both of them. And the one on my side, the one on the driver's side, it like opened, and I was able to see the clip that the windshield wiper connects itself.
Yeah.
That opened. And I was just driving in the far left lane, right, going a good miles per hour. I said, yeah, no. I slowed down, immediately pulled to the shoulder, like put the windshield wipers back down. I said, I am so glad those didn't fly off and like hit somebody or cause an accident.
Yeah.
I said, okay, not turn it on the windshield wipers. Maybe I'll invest in some Rain-X just so that the water just beads off the windshield.
That's what my mom was telling me to do recently. Cause my poor little car. Sometimes she's struggling to keep up with the rain there.
Yeah.
And that car specifically gets very foggy just by having people in it when it's like freezing temperatures.
And we're big chumps, so we're causing more of that.
I'm over here about to die, so I'm breathing even more. Mm-hmm. And my mom was telling me the other day, like, hey, you should like probably fill your windshield wipers with Rain-X and just like coat your windshield with Rain-X. I'm like, that's
okay. I don't know about putting it in the reservoir.
I mean,
but I would put it in, or actually wait, they actually do make that formula.
Yeah,
I think it's the bug wash though. It isn't the one I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a little spray bottle. Yeah.
Yeah, not the same bug wash that you would put in your actual like
reservoir. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a separate bug wash.
All right. So while you were talking about your story,
yeah,
I was looking up how much rain does it take to be at risk of hydroplaning. HowStuffWorks.com says hydroplaning is possible whenever water accumulates to a depth of 1/10 of an inch or more for at least 30 feet, and a vehicle moves through it at least 50 miles an hour or more. So mileage varies, but what I am saying is 1/10 of an inch is nothing, or almost like you're not seeing 1/10 of an inch.
Like that's a water drop on concrete.
Yeah, like.
So basically, the fact that it didn't happen sooner means that the odds were in my favor.
Mileage may vary. Tread wear, all of that good stuff. Either way, 1/10 of an inch, kind of scary.
Man, imagine if my tires were more bald. Imagine if I actually drifted and I dragged more.
Yeah, that's scary, man.
Yeah, man. Then if I survived it, I really would have gone and bought those all-purpose tires. Yeah, it was wild. It was definitely an experience, and I'm very fortunate that myself and no one like had a more oh shit moment past that point.
Talking about another car experience, I was at Costco the other day.
Indeed.
I got gas.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I tried to start the car. I couldn't start the car. I'm over here like turning it on or like trying to start the engine like 3-4 times.
Mm-hmm.
I just say, hey, Costco guy, come over here. Help me push the car into the parking lot.
Yeah.
So the gas station is pretty flat, right, for the gas station part.
Right.
But it's a little higher than the rest of the parking lot. So there's a little like hill to go into the rest of the parking lot.
Yeah.
I wasn't driving, or I wasn't steering the car.
Yeah.
While we were pushing, because I was pushing it. When we hit the incline, we would expect the driver to step on the brakes.
Mm-hmm.
But the car wasn't like, the car didn't seem like it was trying to stop, right?
Right.
The guy, like the Costco guy, was yelling, hey, step on the brakes, step on the brakes. I'm saying step on the brakes. I get scared, right? So I run to the driver's side like window.
Mm.
And looking back at it hindsight, what was I going to do from being outside and at the window?
You were going to Captain America rip the door off and put your foot on the brake without eating shit.
Yeah, I'm like, what was I going to do there? Was I just going to like hold my hands together and just like, I don't know. But I felt like that was the right thing to do at the time.
Yeah.
Just for anyone who needs to know or doesn't know, you might need to step on the brake a little harder if the car's just in neutral.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
That was my fun story about the Costco gas station. So,
because you told me about this event as it was happening, did you find out what happened?
Like why the car didn't start?
Yeah. Like was your battery just drained for some reason?
No, it was more a connectivity issue on the terminals.
Mm.
I believe it was more battery acid corrosion, kind of just stopped connection.
Mm.
I ended up cleaning it up, putting the grease on there.
Yeah.
Hopefully corrosion doesn't bite me once again.
Remember, kids, pour Coke on your battery terminals to get rid of any corrosion.
You know what's crazy? So, you know the little like $5 brushes?
Yeah.
I kid you not. This is like my 8th one that I bought.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, whenever I need it, I never have it.
Does it leave your car?
You know I think the problem is?
Uh-huh.
I think one car has like 5 of them. And I just keep forgetting that they're all in that car.
That's fair. I mean, you do drive different vehicles when available to you, so that makes sense. Because that happened to me once, because I have the Corolla I bought from you, and once upon a dream, I had a van that I bought myself. And the battery terminal brush that you had bought for me, I left it in the van because the van needed some work. The van wasn't 100% when I got it.
Yeah.
Side note, I had to hot wire my own, or not hot wire. I had to jump my own battery with a coat hanger once. That's how not together that van was. I think I jumped it, or I reset the connection or something by tapping both ends of the terminal with a wire hanger. Anyways, so I didn't have the brush in my car, and there was a big stint there where when we lived together, I only had my car. My van was in my dad's possession for a while.
Yeah.
So I always kept saying like, oh, when I go visit my mom or my dad, I'll pop over to dad's work. I'll bring my spare key. I'll get the brush out of the car. Which never happens.
Man. It's like when you're thinking of something, like you're trying to remember, but you never remember until it's too late.
I just think whenever I do stuff, I get really caught up with details or something else gets put in front of me and then I get distracted.
Yeah, I think it happens to all of us.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. To the point where like even things where I have a rule, if I don't have it, I shouldn't leave the house. Like I forgot my phone twice in the last week at home.
Dude, I'm telling you, like there's this video I seen on Instagram, little reel. I don't know if it's just me, but like I pat myself. I'm like, oh, there you go. I do have my stuff.
Yeah.
I do it really frequently.
I do it a lot, and that's usually how I know that something's not there. The exception is there's some days where I don't put my phone on the mount in my car because I'm like, I gotta go, like I'm running late or something. And I'll just leave it, I'll leave it hooked on my belt because I have an OtterBox belt clip. And sometimes the way that I put it on my belt, it doesn't like pinch me or it doesn't like sit uncomfortably. So I sit down and I think, okay, my phone's on my belt. It's fine. I just got to go. And then I'll be like, Amazon Assistant device in my car. Play this music. And then she'll go, doo-doo, unable to connect to your phone. And I'm already 5 miles away from my house trying to leave town. I'm like, oh no. And then I bust out the Apple Watch. I'm like, oh.
That was actually my question. I was like, do you have cellular data on your Apple Watch?
I do. For that reason. There's been 2 occasions where I forgot both.
Wow. That's tough.
Yeah. That exactly what I was about to say. That was one of those occasions. I forgot my watch and my phone that day. Which, the fact that I forgot my watch always means that it's going to be on the dock. I don't take the watch off unless it's on my dock at home, on my desk, or in my kitchen. So if I don't ever have my watch, someone either clept it off my person or I just left it at home. But I usually like having a watch to tell time. It's a very, what is it? It's like a habit now. If I need to check the time, I don't pull out my phone, I check my watch. I also think it's healthier because if I ever have a regular watch, it's not like I'm going to see a text or a notification and then I get distracted. But yeah, stuff like that bothers me. I get distracted and it's a problem, but usually like I'll pat myself down and I'll know I have my keys, my wallet, my AirPods, and my phone. The exception to that, to the keys part also being I have a almost identical set of keys for work as my car keys and home keys. So sometimes I'll leave work with my work keys, and then I have to walk all the way back into my office to get my car keys.
Tough. Yeah. But speaking about business and business days.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my other topic.
Yeah, that's your topic. Sorry.
So, can I talk about the thing that I'm waiting for? Or are we okay to announce that?
Sure. I don't know what we're waiting for, but yeah.
Here, I'll share it real quick, and I'll vamp a little bit while I'm switching over here to share my screen and show what I mean to see, or what I mean to say to you. Because I want to know if it's okay that I talk about it, because this is kind of the basis of that conversation.
No, but I think you can talk about it without it.
I'll talk about the second thing that attributes to it then. I ordered a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And I checked how long it should take for them to ship from where they're shipped from each. And it says roughly 5 to 7 business days, which so far it's been very accurate for me. You still haven't received a lot of your cards you've ordered. If any at all.
I'm led to believe, I feel like if we just order everything on Amazon, at least Amazon is pretty close. Amazon's we're going to ship it tomorrow.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos is just going to gouge you a little extra for the thing that you want, but you got it.
But I mean, for, USPS, maybe I got to give the mail courier some time, right? I mean,
oh yeah,
I can't just be greedy all the time.
Well, I mean, there's even days where I was like, or not even days, weeks where I told you like, I think my mail's either getting stolen or the guy's just not bringing it. Because I didn't get mail for like a month, and I was like, can I at least get my junk mail, if anything, just so I know you're coming here to drop off mail.
My favorite thing is when you order on Amazon, and you see your package, right?
Yeah.
You're looking at the tracker. It says in Texas or in wherever side of the world.
Yeah.
And then after it says, we'll ship tomorrow.
Dude, oh my God.
So it's like, all right, you know what? You're in Texas. And then it says you reached where I'm at. And then the next day, it says departed where I'm at and going to Tennessee. I'm like, looky here, Amazon. Don't just say it's in my area. Just say it's in Tennessee, all right?
Or, hey, if it showed up at this warehouse, but it's on a plane that's already going to go somewhere else first, I'll come pick it up at the warehouse.
Yeah, I'm like, look, I pick up it at the plane,
Man, yeah, I'll be there like a private chauffeur. Amazon package?
Yeah, I'm going to be over there with
the order number on a sign.
Yep.
Instead of the family name.
I was thinking we would be on the runway with the sticks, like, yep, bring it here. Bring it here, boss.
Yeah. You're not the actual guy. You just climb into the plane, get your package, and piss off.
Just leave.
Yeah. And then the plane guy's like, I shouldn't have landed this plane here.
Like, I don't really know this guy.
But anyway, the side tangent. So I ordered cards, and it made me wonder, what qualifies as a business day or week? Because at this point, right, it's very atypical for businesses to only run Monday through Friday. Not every job does it. And even the standard desk jobs that used to do it, a lot of people do work weekends still. Do
banks work weekends?
I don't go to banks usually. I know they're
not. You never go to the teller?
No. Well, Chase doesn't have a teller anymore. It's like another ATM.
Are banks open on weekends?
I'd imagine so. I had to have been to a bank to do a deposit or something, or get a cashier's check for something.
Banks are still closed on the weekends. So bank staff are covered under a country's labor laws.
Uh-huh.
As an international practice, no Forex business is carried out on Sundays.
That's Sunday.
Okay. That was an answer from Quora, so I don't know if I could accept that or not.
But
But
you get what I mean, though, right? Like it's
yeah.
not atypical to work on a weekend anymore for most businesses. Because like us, I'm gonna work on weekends still. I'm not gonna work Monday through Friday and piss off for the weekend. You know, I mean, given that this is gonna be our business, I'm probably gonna work 7 days a week just doing content. But
Yeah, I got out of my 9 to 5 so I can work 24/7.
I mean, but you get to work doing stuff that makes you happy.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Um, Man,
See the
that didn't sound reassuring at all.
see the better question, right, is
uh
instead of what day should be a business day, I think of what hour of the day should be considered standard.
Business hours.
Yeah, business hours. Yeah.
You and I, door dashing late at night. We've had this conversation before, because an overnight nurse, her business hours might be 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. Very atypical for anyone. But if you got to get an email out to that nurse, you better believe she's not responding until she gets in at 8 p.m.
At 8 a.m.
No, 8
Or
p.m.
8 p.m.
I'm
8
saying
p.m.
I'm saying the overnight nurse. You're not going to see her until the middle of the night. But you're Dr. Wachowski, and you left at 3 p.m.
Yeah, I think it's so crazy how the business day is okay. If they're not open on Sundays, okay, Chick-fil-A. But for me, I just wish more places are open at not say like at night, right? Because I do think, okay, well, if the business dies down, then therefore you should close early.
In
that
service
makes
industry,
sense.
yeah, in service industry, absolutely, right? Because Roto-Rooter's not going to come to your house at 2 a.m. because that's when you're not home, or because like if you're not awake, they're not going to do it. So I get that it's practical for business hours to be 8 a.m. to whatever, right? But if I could have a meeting with, let's say Big Chumps works with Red Bull, right? I like Red Bull. Big Chumps works with Red Bull. We need to have a meeting to talk about the brand placement or the product placement, branding, all that stuff, right? If I could have that meeting in the middle of the night, absolutely. I work better at those hours. Now, you might not work as good at that hour as me, and they might not work as good at that hour as me. But that's why we have regular business hours. But it sucks, and it's always baffled me because it's like a coffee shop, right? And I think my argument back when we talked about this before was because staffing is such an issue too. If the public demand said, hey, I would like Subway to be a 24-hour restaurant, and that means you have more jobs because you need to hire for the 3, 4, and 5 shift now, not just 1 and 2, and a little bit of 3.
Yeah. I wish businesses do tend to stay longer open on Fridays and Saturdays.
Except banks.
Yeah, except banks. Like I do think like the 1 hour, the 1 hour longer is pretty cool. 1 or 2 hours longer just because it's Saturday night,
Bruh.
or Friday night.
Or like the bar I used to work at, right? They normally close up shop by like between 9 and 10. But because of like you're saying, because of the weekend, they turn it into a clubby traditional pub situation from 10 p.m. to 2, 3 a.m.
Yeah, see, what I'm trying to say is, how come on Sunday they close earlier? That's what gets me.
Because they want to be a bank.
You see, I Saturday, Friday, stay longer, cool.
Yeah.
You don't got to work longer. I'm just saying, why are you closing early?
Yeah. If I wanted my sandwich if I wanted my Subway sandwich when I got off work, but I can't get it because you closed right when I got off work today, of all days, that's fucked up.
That's my 2 cents on Sundays. I love Sundays. Sundays are my favorite day.
Let's just take Sunday off the calendar.
Dude, you know that's the same conversation, or not the same conversation. Do you remember when they were trying to get rid of daylight savings time?
Did they not? I thought that went through. I thought that was a thing.
No, I don't think they got rid of daylight savings time.
Hold on, now I gotta Google it.
See, for me, I'm like, why would you get rid of daylight savings time? Times clearly change during the seasons. Right now, I wake up at 6 o'clock because the sun's out. 3 months ago, 6 o'clock in the morning, it was, man, I was sleeping. I was sleeping like a log. Man, my Quora answer took like 5 seconds, man. What's going on with yours?
Well, because I'm over here just looking at different things. There was something from last year where it said the bill was passed, but I don't know how reliable a year-old information is.
February.
February 21st, 2023. Oh wait, March 1st, 2023. Oklahoma's edging closer to becoming the latest state to support moving a permanent daylight savings time, if and when it's possible to do so. On February 28th, the state Senate approved a bill that would choose a side on the clock change. The bill now moves to the state house. So, not when they tried. They're still trying.
Why? Isn't there bigger things to worry about, and we're worrying about the time?
You know, it's crazy. Literally, a newscaster said that on the news one day when I was driving to work. I was like, hey, don't yuck their yum.
you know, hey, man, my tax dollars is paying the guy to talk about the time.
All right? Screw time, man. Time's working against me.
Like, come on, man.
Come on.
All right, let's see here. I do want to get into my topic here because we're talking about time. So Pokemon is creating a sleep app. It's called Pokemon Sleep.
So dumb. So
and
dumb.
We got to see it on IGN YouTube and then the official Pokemon YouTube channel. Apparently, it's supposed to be a sleep study thing where you set your sleep and then you go to sleep, and then the phone, I guess, listens to if you're snoring or not, or I don't know how they're measuring if we're moving or whatnot. Is it just?
You know what's crazy? I feel like so many people are gonna find sounds to abuse that system, and it's not gonna work the way that it's instead of sleeping, people are gonna be out here fiending to get the perfect team of Pokemon.
Yeah, so apparently if you sleep a certain way, when you get into the game in quotation, I don't know if this is a game at all.
The application.
There's a Snorlax in the middle of the screen. And then I guess depending on how you slept the night before, certain Pokemon will go collect around Snorlax. And I guess there's different forms of sleep, and these different forms of sleep relate to the different Pokemon. You know, in the trailer, it said there's Goofy Sleep. Yuck. And I said, I've never heard of Goofy Sleep, but maybe we're going to learn something new through this game.
That's how all of our friends sleep after they get blasted out at a party. That's Goofy Sleep.
Goofy Sleep.
No, I think it's interesting. I just think something has to be done with the way that your microphone picks up sound waves, right? Because if you're sitting it next to you, the only metric that you could possibly record is light from the camera or sounds from the microphone. In which case, it'll hear both of us go.
Oh my goodness!
Sorry, audio listeners.
Except me, it's a little louder, right? When I snore, you can hear me in the other building.
So I feel like people are gonna find a way to plug in external microphones to their phones, and they're just gonna abuse it, and they're gonna get the perfect Pokemon sleep team, even though there's no reason to. Or the app's just gonna die and nothing's gonna happen with it.
Sorry to go off on a tangent here. When you go to sleep, do you put your screen up Or do you put like the screen facing down on the table or whatever?
It depends. I like to watch ASMR when I fall asleep. So sometimes there'll be like a visualizer for the sounds that are on the screen. But usually if it's like a person doing the ASMR, not like sounds generated, I'll just face it down. Because obviously, like with a video, if someone's moving around going like, you can see the movement of the light cast on the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
So 9 times out of 10, I'll put it face down. But if it's like a cool like lo-fi light visualizer, then I'll just like leave it up, but I'll turn down the brightness all the way.
Going back to the Pokemon sleep conversation here, I'm curious on what the guidelines here. It's like, are they just doing this to collect sleep data? Like, is it like their brand new Scarlet and Violet? They're brand new Scarlet and Violet. Like the time system is way more better now.
It's 1,000,000% information mining. 1,000,000%.
It's like, do we get to have a cool not application, but like cross play? Like we're able to bring our Pokemon from Pokemon Sleep into our Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and then Snorlax just has a cool like ZZZ logo because you got it from Pokemon Sleep.
Or like like special skins for the game based on Probably not. Cool. There's probably nothing that's going to come out of it. I honestly can't imagine that it would be a very successful app. Because if you wanted a timer or you wanted someone to track your data while you sleep, you're going to use Apple Health or Samsung Health. Both are systems that have integrated sleep measurements and tracking.
Have you did what's that one application to help you sleep?
Calm.
Is it Calm? Yeah, Calm.
Yes.
Have you?
I have Calm and Headspace via my health provider to help with my anxiety and depression.
Oh, cool. So like you're listening to the guy like tell you a story, like tell you a bedtime story.
Yeah, except sometimes my brain, it'll snap back to reality instead of relaxing, and it'll be like, why is Chris Pratt rating me Goldilocks and the Three Bears? This is kind of fucking cringe. And then I will be completely uncomfortable for the rest of the night.
Like I remember when I had the free trial. I would listen to some of the stories, and I would like sit in there trying to sleep, and then I get too indulged into the story.
Absolutely, that's another problem I have with ASMR too. If like one of the things people will do is like questionnaires, right?
Yeah,
they'll read a bunch of questions just so they're talking. Like it triggers the ASMR of like hearing someone speak to you as if you're having a conversation, but you can fall asleep. You don't have to speak out loud and answer. You just fall asleep. But what was it? I forget which YouTuber it was, but it was like, if you were to dive off of a high diving board into a pool of purple fluffy elephants, how far would you get into a sundae that has 3 flavors? And I had to sit up and I had to be like, that's quite a perplexing question, actually. If I were to dive off of a diving board that is high, which I wouldn't because I don't like doing that kind of thing, into a pool of fluffy purple elephants, which also I don't really care for, I think I'd probably finish about a third of my Neapolitan sundae. And if that was hard for you to track, imagine being half asleep and you hear that, but you're snapped back to reality and you start paying attention to something.
Like when you said that, I just got flashbacks to middle school or like high school when it was John bought 5 apples. How many oranges does he have? I loved those questions.
That's just the ambient home screen of Calm.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think you can choose different ambient noises. That's Jasper Lake.
Oh, dude, my favorite one is the rain. Like the rain noise.
Yeah. So what they have, they call them soundscapes, and it's like different environments and stuff. That's usually what I'll go for.
Or the river. The river's really good too.
There's one that's featured right now called Tumble Dryer, which I imagine is the sound of a laundry room dryer going. Which, as someone who lived with his family and we had a washer and dryer in our home once upon a time, that is a relaxing sound, knowing someone's home doing laundry.
Dude, that would make me paranoid.
No, what makes me paranoid is in my apartment, I can hear noises. I can hear the apartment settling, and I can hear noises from other people's apartments, like cabinets opening and doors opening. And also every night there's a guy without fail that's banging on one of the front doors, like 4 doors down.
That's a little scary.
Yeah, so I listen to ASMR to not be paranoid about those things. And sometimes my dog, Lucy Fur, she'll just decide to get up, hop out of bed, and wait at the door for me to let her out. And I'm thinking, oh, well, the dog must hear something or she needs to use the restroom. It's when the dog doesn't put her head up, but I hear something, or like my danger sense, like, you know, when you jump awake because you heard like a loud sound or like the impact of something wakes you up. When that happened last night, it was the sound of the front door opening. Like I could clearly hear it even if my bedroom door is closed. The sound of the front door opening woke me up. I pulled my AirPods out. The dog was not reacting. So I was like, oh, well, girlfriend can't be home. And then I just sat there for a minute and it was quiet. I'm like, should I exit the room and check, or should I put AirPods in and pretend to be asleep? What a what a conundrum. But at the end of the day, I know my neighbors. I know that I am perfectly safe in my home. But previous experiences make me really jumpy with that, and I get very anxious. So I was up for another hour, like trying to calm back down and like go to sleep.
Did you ever check the door?
I think I did because Lucy got up to actually go to the bathroom like 30 minutes later. So I ended up checking the door. My office door was still closed. I usually close I close all the doors in the house. So if we exit the room, the dog doesn't go somewhere she shouldn't. So everything was the way it should be, the way that I left it when I went to bed. But it was definitely like why was I startled awake then? Because the sound felt like it was my front door. And I didn't hear the neighbors behind my bedroom like moving around. But I heard people down a couple units moving around. So it was like, there's no way I heard the door close enough to wake me up, but no one near me is moving. So it was one of those moments where I was just like, you're being paranoid. You just anxiety. You're tired. It's also hard to sleep when the dog is with me because she likes to move around and like try and get under me when I sleep.
Yeah, like, trying to get warm. Yeah.
Yeah. She refuses to be any distance away from me when we're sleeping.
Yeah, see, you're saying that you're paranoid because like of noises like that. I said I was paranoid to have the laundry or like to hear the dryer. Like one of my like fears, right? Because I do go to laundromats. You hear the dryer turns off. Someone takes your clothes out of the dryer to put their clothes in the dryer, and then your clothes is just somewhere else.
So it's wash house paranoia.
Yes. Wash house paranoia, yeah.
See, it's relaxing to me because the sound of a dryer makes me feel like I'm home. Because every home that has had a washer and dryer inside of it, the sound of the washer or the dryer running is calming because it means someone's home. Someone's active in the home. The house is active right now.
Yeah.
If the house is active, I don't need to be on guard. I don't need to be worried that someone's going to be in my home that shouldn't be. One of the few fears of living alone again.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, when you live alone,
it's scary,
it's a little,
right?
it's scary, a little right? Nerve-wracking. Yeah.
I told you, and when you were like, yeah, man, when I moved in with you, you're like, yeah, man, you know, I was a little concerned about living on my own for the first time because I wanted to make sure someone was always home.
Yeah,
and she. Now you get it. Now you understand.
You know, it's not. That's not fun at all.
No, it makes you very jumpy, and that's not good. You should never not feel safe in your home, but the world. One of the things that I accept is that you and me are very realistic about how the world is.
Yeah.
So even if there's no reason for someone to break into my house because it's not auspicious or anything, someone just can. They could just say that one. Just happens. Same thing with my car, right? My car is very unassuming. There's no reason someone should break into my car and steal anything. Whether it be catalytic converter, radio, there's nothing in my car that would say, this is valuable. Someone could just do it. For whatever reason.
My car, on the other hand, my car had this nice stereo head unit. My car had, you know, it looked pretty cool.
Talk about the one that got gutted.
And then my car just got stolen. So, you know, I was
entire
just
car.
Oh.
Somehow someone got the entirety of the car.
Yeah, he got the whole car, and then he stripped my car, and then
brought it back.
Nah, he left it. He left his bike in the trunk.
Oh, that's what.
Yeah, he left his bike in the trunk. I was like, hey, you know what? At least I know how he got there. You know?
And our landlords did nothing about it.
Yeah, the landlord was like, yeah, you know, I don't, you know, scratching their heads. Yeah, I don't really know what, yeah, I mean, our groundskeeper didn't see anything.
Non-gated property has security nearby 24/7 at night. I don't know. Somehow they got out with this flashy red Honda Civic.
Yeah, you know, with the actual headlights being aimed so high, you can blind the next city over.
Man.
Crazy the world we live in.
Want to go buy a 98 Honda Civic Coupe?
No.
Done? You're done with it?
Yeah, I'm buying a Toyota FRS next. I'm not buying that Honda Civic.
You want to buy a Miata?
I would.
If we ever
I want a garage, though.
I was going to say, if we ever do a Big Chumps car content, would you want to work on a car?
Yeah, most definitely.
That's something that I've been thinking about, too.
And then we could take it to the track. We could take it to the shows.
So we're getting up there in time, so I'll wrap it up with this. You, me, and Water Bottle Man talked about, before it was my car, stripping my car, putting a V, what was it, 6 or 8 engine in it, and just sending it. I told my dad when I got my registration and smog paid for the other day. I was like, yeah, man, you know, I really want to restore this car so I have more fun driving every day in it. He's like, oh, yeah, I mean, you know, you don't want to nickel and dime yourself on the car. I'm like, yeah, but I also want to keep the car because me and my friends have this plan to take it to the drag in Sacramento and just run it. And he was like, what do you mean just run it? I'm like, take off every body panel, everything that's non-essential to the car moving, put a bigger engine or eBay turbo in it or both, and just running it down the track with a fire suit on. And he just looked at me, because my dad knows you personally. My dad just looked at me and was like, that sounds fun. I'm like,
see? It's just a normal guy thing, right?
My father's very paranoid about the things I do in my life, too. Hi, Dad, if you're watching. I doubt you are. My dad's very paranoid about the things that I do for my safety and my health. But the fact that he just laughed at that one's like, yeah, okay.
You know, dude, like, there's a reason why guys live less or not as long as women.
Because we all have monkey brain.
Because we all just want to just, you know, hey, what if I put the fork in the electrical socket?
Yeah. Yeah.
What if?
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, man.
Also, not trying to say that women live longer than men or any of that sexist nonsense.
No, I generally do think we are stupider. We're more prone to go risk it for the biscuit. Absolutely. Not
Oh my goodness.
not always in fun ways too. More as a, I wonder if I can do this or get away with this kind of way.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Oh man. Good episode though. Good episode. Well, you made it to the end of another Chump Change. Thank you for joining us for episode 9 of Chump Change. If you liked it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, as well as rate 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It helps us out a lot, and we want to be able to make more content for you guys. If you're listening to this one was pre-recorded before we intended to record it, so we won't be able to comment right away on last week's episode, but we will be back to our regular recording schedule next week. Chump Change will be out weekly. We'll be recording the Friday before it comes out. So yeah, thanks for watching.
See ya!